So, guys,
Yes.
I got some bad news for you. You guys remember Sarah Palin?
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately.
She's hurting right now.
Oh, no.
What happened to her, man?
Sarah Palin bashes McCain family for funeral snub. They didn't have to embarrass me.
Dude, Sarah Palin.
As if waking up Sarah Palin every day
Dude,
wasn't embarrassing enough.
Sarah Palin looks like she's going down that kind of fucking Carrie Fisher route, dude.
She kind of looks like she's got the same
I'm
kind
sure
of.
this is kind of an unflattering picture,
I'm sure,
too,
but
you know.
she had some.
Pull up- yeah,
she
pull
had
up
some
an-
work done.
Yeah, pull up another
Maybe.
picture of her, dude.
Is there like a recent picture of?
Yeah, what the fuck,
yeah,
dude?
let me go
Palin?
ahead and see if I can find
Yeah, it
one.
looks like there's some plastic surgery for
Yeah,
sure.
she kind of had a Sandra Bullock in Bird Box look going on.
Yeah, let me check. Sarah Palin.
I don't know why people get that shit, dude. Like, there's some people that get plastic surgery where it doesn't fuck up their face, but then there's people that just go overboard. Their neck is like super tight and their face is like
Yeah,
this.
they don't have that like expressive upper lip anymore because it's all plastic, so they have to talk. Like, and it's just so
Yeah.
noticeable. It's like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, like I look great. It's like, no, you don't look great. I'm
You would
sorry.
look. You probably look, dude. I think Sandra
I'm trying
Bullock
to find
would
a
still look
picture of
great
her
if
that
she
is
hadn't done that.
definitively from 2019. Let's see. Oh, well, here she is in the interview, so we can actually look
All
at
right.
her
Yeah,
talking
let's-
about this.
We
yeah,
can
let's
see her
see.
live.
Yeah, here you go. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen, and here you go.
Good morning, Britain.
Hello, Britain.
People,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely, dude.
She's had some work.
For President
I
Trump.
can't
And
move
you
my
have
upper
said that
lip.
You are ready to do more. Now, might that be in
TJ,
sort
why
of
is there a
union
living
with
turd
President
on
Trump,
the screen
or
right
might
now?
that be as
I'm sorry, it's just Piers
Oh my
Morgan.
God, I didn't even notice him there. Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, like what is it?
I didn't even look either. I was so intent on
I
scrutinizing
know.
Sarah Palin's plastic surgery.
and then I noticed him. I'm like, oh, there he is. Oh God, no.
Why?
No. Good morning. I still can't get over the fact that he's on Good Morning
I
Britain.
know.
Like, I mean, it's bad enough to ever see fucking disgusting ass whatever his name
Piers
is.
Morgan.
Pierce Morgan.
Piers.
Piers.
Piers Morgan.
What a weird fucking name.
Why would you want to wake up
in
to
the
him?
morning?
Yeah.
I guess maybe the idea is to like scare people awake or something.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you puke up your watery beans from your traditional English breakfast?
They're not
upon
watery, you son of a bitch. They're
watered
perfectly
down
good beans.
beans and flabby ham.
I'm gonna,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna make you a proper English breakfast
All
one of
right,
these days, Paul.
and then I'm gonna say thank you, no thanks, and
You're
go to
gonna
a
eat it,
Waffle
Paul.
House and get a proper American
You're
breakfast.
gonna eat that shit. Anyway, so what do you think? Work? No?
Yes, yeah, she definitely had some lip plumping
Yeah,
done.
there's some collagen in
Yeah.
them lips.
Well, let's hear her talk. Let's see if we.
Yeah.
You want to actually
I wanna
listen
see
to
it
the
in
thing?
motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
See it.
rival to him?
Well, I think already, presently,
Oh, yeah.
President
Oh,
Trump.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've had some
in
work.
certainly different realms, but
Her lips. Yeah, her
on,
upper lip is not moving very
common-
much.
Hey, there's a certain point of eyelash where like
It's absurd, yeah.
it becomes a little too much.
Not
She
that-
looked. That,
you
yeah.
you have
Oh.
reached that point,
You could definitely tell her
and then
face
you
is.
kept going.
Well, her facial shape has definitely changed. I mean, but not only that, it's just like it's obvious. Like she didn't even look. Her face wasn't her like the skin on her face wasn't even this tight in 2008, and now suddenly her face is just.
I mean, whatever. She can do whatever
Yeah,
she
I'm
wants
I'm
with
okay
her.
with it. Yeah, no fucking whatever.
I'm gonna turn your face into a leather catching mitt. I don't
It's
care.
not like
I guess that's right.
I mean, she's no scarier than she ever was. to
Have
me.
you ever seen the one where the there's a woman like it was one of these crazy reality shows where like she went and tanned like 3 times a day and she was just like burned to a crisp.
Yep.
It's like
Oh yeah.
Tan mom, dude.
Yeah, I remember that.
there's just weird things that people do to themselves. But
Okay, so I'll read you a little more about this. Sarah Palin complained about not being invited to Senator John McCain's funeral and said it felt like a gut punch. The former half-term governor of Alaska told Good Morning Britain that she was hurt and embarrassed after her former running mate's family did not ask her to attend the funeral. I was kind of surprised to be publicly disinvited to the funeral, Palin said. They didn't have to embarrass me and others. It wasn't just me, it was other people from our campaign back in 2008. It's kind of a gut punch. Palin has been blamed for McCain's 2008 presidential loss to Barack Obama.
No.
No, I mean,
she definitely
maybe a little.
She
She
but-
didn't
helped.
help. She didn't help his chances, but it wasn't her that sunk him. It was the fact that it was him versus Obama that sunk him.
well, Obama had way more mass appeal than McCain.
I mean,
did. Like
people.
look,
Bush was leaving office with like 20-something% approval rating. no one was gonna fucking want another Republican president after Bush.
Well, look,
No.
if there had been a really, I mean, John McCain wasn't charismatic, and Obama was the exact opposite of McCain. He wasn't
He
charismatic.
was young.
He was enthusiastic.
Yep.
He
Well
know how to
spoken. I mean,
he know how to
McCain's
deal
very
with
well
people.
spoken, but I mean, he was just a new kind of politician, a younger politician, and it was just time for that
hopey,
democratic thing.
changey,
Well,
democratic
and he collected,
bullshit.
and he connected a lot better with the younger voting base. Like he got a lot of more millennials and people like that to go and vote for the first time ever.
That's why it's so mind-boggling to me that we're running a field of octogenarians and shit. It's just like, you want these young people to go vote, don't put grandpa in front of them.
And the
Put
main,
somebody that looks like they might look in 5 or 10 years so they can fucking relate to it.
And the main young people that are running, or younger people like Beto O'Rourke, like from what I've seen, a lot of progressive circles,
despised.
he's despised.
Despised.
And
Well,
like,
now he's despised.
Well,
he was
yeah.
he was a useful idiot when he was up against
Yeah.
stupid ass motherfucking what's
yeah.
his face
Against
down in
against Ted
Texas.
Cruz, he was
The
okay.
context has changed. He's no longer good.
But now he's the worst. Everybody was, but like, see, we can't even. It's so. I hate that, dude. I hate that Beto went from the most popular thing on Twitter to the most reviled man on the universe. Like, and it really didn't change anything about himself.
No.
He's still got the same. He's still the same Beto.
Oh, dude, I've seen it. It's like Beto was standing on top of a car, and there people were just like, "Oh God, ugh."
Well, I mean, look, it's like you put a McDonald's cheeseburger next to a rat turd. You know,
Okay.
people are going to be
Right.
like, that McDonald's cheeseburger looks delicious, especially in comparison
But
to the rat
I think
turd.
what Paul's saying and what I'm
You
saying,
put it next to all kinds of other burgers that maybe look a little juicier and shit.
yeah, fair enough. If that's how you rate him. But here's the thing: like they were fine with him being the senator for Texas for 6 years. That's okay,
Yeah.
as long as you don't get Ted Cruz. But it's like, okay, well, we got Ted Cruz. Well, now he's a pile of shit.
Look, Ted Cruz is the. I'll be honest with you. Ted Cruz is the only politician in America, maybe not the only, but one of the few that I would just actively vote against. Like, I'm not one for the whole, like, voting against somebody, but in Ted Cruz's case, I'll make an exception, because I really despise Ted Cruz. And the sooner he's gone from the public realm entirely.
What about beardy?
however
What
that
about
happens-
bearded Ted Cruz though?
No, still gotta die.
See, I think that if he's gonna shave, he needs to go. But bearded Ted Cruz, I'd put up with him for a few.
You'll put
more
up with
years.
him for a few more
another
years.
term.
But here's the argument I'm making, though.
Yeah, what's up?
Is a lot of fucking people have said, okay, especially a lot of progressives and people on the left, like, no, we need to replace these kind of corporate Democrats. So why would you support them at all? Why don't you say, look, I don't like Ted Cruz and I don't like Beto O'Rourke. I want a real progressive choice in Texas.
Because you just don't want Ted Cruz.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
So-
look.
It's the paradigm now.
but isn't
He
it
ran the
disingenuous,
I'm not
though?
Ted. Of course, but he ran. But look, the fact of the matter is, people just don't. People want to get rid of Ted Cruz. They were salivating to get rid of Ted Cruz. It was a fucking masturbatory fantasy to get rid of
apparently
Ted
not.
Cruz.
Apparently they weren't, because if more people had wanted that, he would have won.
Right.
Well, I'm saying that the people who wanted it wanted it.
Oh,
like
well,
that.
sure. Well, of course.
And hey, look, he came close.
But the
He
whole
came fucking
Democratic
damn close.
establishment joined those people in wanting it, and they're now joining everybody tearing Beto down
Well, the
with no discernible change in his politics.
Well, the crazy thing too is people keep talking about, oh, Texas is going to flip. It's just going to be a matter of time. But it's like, how can you say the Republican Party just won't adjust? They won't
I mean,
shift?
I can tell you, I talked to a lot of progressive people, and some of them influential and all that bullshit. But like, what I was hearing behind closed doors about that fucking guy was always negative. It was always like,
So they're
well,
full of
that's
shit.
but that's
So they're full of
shitty.
shit.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's shitty. I don't want to be part of a system where we're, like cold dog shit is slightly less fucking disgusting than fresh out the ass dog shit. So let's all puff up the cold dog shit for a fucking election. So it's just bullshit.
all right,
it's hypocritical.
Here you go. Yeah, I don't know. I always thought of him as, I really don't hate the guy. I think of him kind of like white Obama. I really think that I admire the way that he went through and visited every single fucking county in Texas, which is a gigantic, unbelievably
It is.
huge state that you just, unless you've driven through it or something, you just don't
You have
know
no-
how
you have
big
no
fucking
conception,
Texas
yeah.
actually
I mean, yeah,
is.
he's definitely a really driven dude. But I guess as far as
So-
on the left or progressive side, he's dog
Look,
shit.
what
But
you- look,
like
if-
you said, but you heard behind
Look,
closed doors.
To fucking stand out in this fucking race on the Democratic side, you got to have some kind of signature fucking issue. People don't want this fucking I'm a good person and I smile and I give you inspiring rhetoric and I'm gonna stand on the table. Like
They don't.
he's got to have some. Yeah, well they still like that, but you gotta fucking if you really want them hook in, you gotta give them some kind of policy idea.
But isn't
to
the
latch onto. I'm for Medicare for all. That's what I'm about. I'm for taxing this
But isn't
fucking
the
rich people. I'm for UBI. I'm for whatever. You got to have a signature campaign. This is what the fuck I'm gonna do because people want something done at this point.
Don't you feel that we place an outsized importance on who's president? Though I'm not saying that it's not an important position, but we never really talk about the fact
Well,
that
look, here's another.
the president doesn't make the laws.
That's true.
The Congress makes
but
the laws.
If you get a fucking, if you get a president in, you know, usually if you get like Obama, he went on a wave of fucking Democrats, totally bunch of.
And what did he do
Democrats,
with it?
Nothing.
Well,
Right.
because
And
all these
Trump
groups
went
are made
on
up.
a wave
away.
of fucking Republicans.
Because all-
had
Ain't
both.
done much either.
Well, these are all built on coalitions of different groups who are saying, "Hey, we're going to put a D next to our name," but they don't necessarily agree.
Look, if you actually want politics to even begin to start mattering really beyond just entertainment, then you got to get money out of politics.
yeah, I agree with you.
Because,
Well, then what are we even having this discussion for then?
Right, exactly.
That ain't gonna happen. This is gonna be a joke forever and always. So why even participate
I'm not,
other than
I'm
to
not
point
so
and laugh?
negative as you, Paul. I think it might happen.
Okay.
Well, hey,
here's
man, I'll
here's
applaud the
something-
day it does.
When?
Here's
When?
something good. I don't
By
know.
what vehicle? Are the people reaping giant fucking bales of money out of the sky going to suddenly decide that it's morally wrong for them to do it and vote against their own paychecks?
I can't even talk about the mechanisms I see it happening by. I don't think.